The Africa Office of the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative, CHRI, is calling for the decriminalisation of petty offences in Ghana, saying most are traced from outmoded colonial influences. The country currently has clear set punishments against first-degree felonies and misdemeanours such as stealing food crops, hawking and unlawful motor operations. Head of the Africa Office at CHRI, Mina Mensah, said such offences not only target the poor but makes their plight worse. There's so much more in this following report.
In Ghana's prisons are not just murderers, rapists, armed robbers and other hardened criminals. Within those walls are hungry men and women jailed for stealing cassava, young ones arrested for hawking and other petty offences. Although there is no clear-cut definition for petty offences in Ghana, it is a major contributing factor to the overflowing population in prison cells. The challenge of overcrowding, according to the Ghana Prison Service, exists at a rate of over 48.5% from the previous year. It is for this that the Decriminalising Poverty, Advocating for Reform of Petty Offences in Ghana campaign has been launched. The campaign is championed by the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative Africa Office in collaboration with the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SRAJ. Head of CHIR Africa Office, Mina Mensah, called for decriminalisation of the offences, arguing it wrongly targets the poor and vulnerable in society.
If you look at our laws, most of them have colonial antecedents dating back from the British system. The British have taken out of those laws from their books. Why are we keeping them in our books? There's a particular law that I find very funny, insulting the national flag. I think that globally it's been realized that a lot of the petty offenses that we have target the poor. And it's because of the situations of the poor, because they are vulnerable and because they need to survive. Some of these offenses they commit. For example, somebody goes to a farm and steals plantain or steals cassava. And in our criminal books, hawking is a crime. Stealing is a crime. Okada business is a crime. Disorderly behavior is a crime. Being drunken is a crime. It affects them economically. The person is already poor. You've arrested the person. You've put the person in jail. The person might probably be a breadwinner. And it creates a whole lot of issues.
Organizers are proposing non-custodial sentencing as punishment for these minor offences, insisting that they will serve both the nation and poor culprits better.
There's many things. One, there's you can do community work, non-custodial sentencing. In terms of fines, if people are already poor, you give them fines, they might not be able to pay. So what you do is maybe caution them, get them to do community service. We need people to clean up our streets.
The CHRI and SRAJ hope to gain public support as they continue to crusade for what they describe as unfair punishment for petty offences. PSCA Nanaya Osafo's report for JoyNews.